you get your ideas from for the dresses, or lack of them?
You know, I have a feeling that I'm going to wind up a stripper.
You think so?
I do. I think that's my calling.
Well, you're halfway there already.
I see that. It's scandalous, isn't it scandalous? Yes. Just in the last 6 months, I've had like this vision has come to me. This vision of nakedness. I mean, it's odd. It's very odd.
Does it frighten you?
Well, it frightens me because it's almost as though it has nothing to do with me. It's just these little pictures come to my head, and I must follow them. You know, I must, no. Pull me down, stop me when I go too far.
When you went into this sort of outrageous dress, was the idea to titillate, or to...
Titillate? That sounds like your tits flew in a day too late. Just missed lunch or something like that.
Was the idea to titillate, in brackets provoke, or amuse?
No, well actually, neither. Well, amuse is much more to it. Although one doesn't mind titillating every now and again. I think it's good.
It's very pleasant.
I think it's very pleasant. I like that kind of, I like it when an audience sort of salivates. You know, I do. I've changed a lot of people's lives, if I do say so myself.
Really?
Yes. I think I'm becoming a sex therapist for Masters and Johnson.
Did you have this obsession of dressing up when you were a kid?
I never had any clothes when I was a kid. I had, my mom used to make all my clothes. My mother used to make all my clothes, and my mother was like the greatest seamstress in the world. And she took we were 3 girls, and she took great pride in dressing us all alike, you know. So even though you wore out your particular dress, your sister's dress was going to come down to you next year. So you were always wearing the same clothes. Finally, I discovered the girly magazines, you know, the True Confessions and the Modern Romance. And in the front of those magazines, they had something called, they had ads for something called Fredericks of Hollywood, which I thought were the greatest. Actually, this dress is a sort of a rip-off of one of Freddie's creations. It's,
How would you describe it?
Well, it's disgusting is what it is. It's totally lacking in any sort of... And it has a tassel. I don't know if you can see it. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever had on my body. And it just makes me feel like such an old chippy to wear it. Which is what I think you have to have. You have to be a sort of have a little bit of that in you to get out and do what I do.
In your act, too, you've got fantasy figures, haven't you?
Characters, I call them
characters. You've got Sophie.
Soph and Ernie, yeah.
Soph and Ernie, yeah.
Soph and Ernie.
Yeah.
Soph is based very loosely on Sophie Tucker. Well, it's her name. I guess I should give her more credit than that.
Yeah.
It started out being Sophie Tucker, but then the jokes got so bizarre and so disgusting that I really shouldn't call her Sophie Tucker, because Sophie Tucker was outrageous, but she never really stooped to the levels to which I am prone.
Really?
Yes, I have a record, a record called Live at Last, which has a lot of those jokes on them, but I'm pleased to announce, excuse me, just my lunch. I'm pleased to announce that it was a chicken sandwich with no mayonnaise. I'm pleased to announce that I have a few new ones. I could tell them to you.
Would you?
Well, they're so vile. I just love them. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I will never forget it. You know, I was hanging out the laundry the other day, minding my own goddamn business. My girlfriend Clementine leaned over the picket fence and said to me, Soph, how come you always know when to hang out your laundry? You never get stuck in the rain like the rest of us do. I said to her, Clementine, it's a perfectly simple proposition. This is what I do. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is roll over and take a good look at my boyfriend, Ernie. If it's laying on the right, I know it's going to be a sunny day. Gonna rain. Clementine said to me, now, Soph, supposing it's standing straight up in the middle. I said to her, Clementine, who the hell wants to do laundry on a day like that anyway? If these aren't going to be used, I shouldn't tell anyone. Well, you want to hear another one? Sure, why not? I will never forget it. You know, I was listening to the radio the other day with my boyfriend Ernie. We were listening to Father Grace, the great faith healer. Father Grace said, now, if you are sick and you wish to be healed, put one hand upon the radio and the other hand upon that part of your body you wish to heal. Well, of course, you know, I put one hand upon the radio and the other hand upon my heart. My boyfriend Ernie put one hand upon the radio and the other hand upon his appendage. I said to him, Ernie, darling, he is only trying to heal the sick. He is not trying to raise the dead. Oh, these are so terrible. Oh, my God.
Do you feel like...
Singing again? No, I just want to sit here and get smarmy. Sure, I'll sing again.
Let's sing again. Of course, I want you to sing a song which is, in fact, unlike the last song you sung, which is a very new song. This is an old standard, isn't it? It's In the Mood. Well, how do you come to record this?
Well, I always like the instrumental, you know, the Glenn Miller version. But I'm not that... I know a good deal about certain kinds of music, but this one passed me by. I didn't know that there was a lyric attached to it. I thought I would write some lyrics of my own. One day I was sort of browsing through an old music shop, you know, and I came upon a lyric to this song. And so with the lyrics that I had and with this old lyric, I sort of put them together, and that's what we got.
All right, then.
All
So,
right.
across there, and I'll just introduce it then. Here, then, is Bette Midler's version of In the Mood. For a generation of people who live in these islands, it has until now been their favourite quick step. With Bette Midler, believe me, it becomes something else again.
Saw Peter, I traveled with my boy, sit right here in the city. Don't you know that it was grand, really grand, so grand. And then you came along, boy. Sang a groovy song, sang a song. I asked, Mister, what you calling, what you doing tonight? You're in the mood because I'm feeling just right. I was allowed a corner with a table for two. Yeah, the music mellow and some gay rendezvous. There's no chance for messing with a blue attitude. You gotta do some dancing to get in the mood. Mister, what you calling, mama, dead to you. I'll go to show what good influence can do. Swingaroo is giving me a new attitude. My heart is full of rhythm and I'm in the mood. In the mood. Be my forever in the groove. And leave me never in the mood. I'm really quite in. It didn't take me long to say I'm in the mood. Boom-ba-doo-ba-doo-bum-boo-da-day. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-day. Wow, dolly do like Lola, let's have troubles out of hey. Swing with me, what a wheel me. May I intrude this time dance in the middle of the mood. Let's dance, what a real dance. It's a fourth piece man on my chair with me, you know. I think it's rude to keep this way when I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood, I'm in the groove, I'm in the nude. Wow, I'm cooking. My heart was scared, my head was filled. I say, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Now, I love you madly right now. I take you gladly right now. I'm really smoking, you know I'm really in the mood.
Opname uit 1979 dat ze er maakt.